All right.
You got to get smart now about it, right? This is it.
Yes.
Strategizing.
Yes. Hey guys, this is Adelai Brown, your heart coach, and we are getting started with Heart Talk on Heart Connections and KineticHiFi.com. All right. It's 11:32, and you are tuned into Heart Connections with your heart coach, Adelai Brown, on your community station with international inspiration, KineticHiFi.com. It's Make It Happen Monday. And man, we've been making it happen thus far. This has really been a great day. We're just into the second hour, halfway through the second hour of Heart Connections for today. And the word of the day is gregarious. And I'll say, I was at the brunch with some gregarious women, and they were awesome. We enjoyed each other's company. I would definitely say that. I told y'all I was going to try to throw that word in today. I'm going to keep trying to use it because I like it. Those two G's, I don't know. I like it. This segment of Heart Talk is brought to you by my new book. Y'all, the proof is in the mail. I'm so happy. I haven't been making this up, guys. It's a real book. It's coming out. I'm just so happy. So you can pre-order at theheartconnections.com. And I'm saying this, and if you're looking at me on YouTube, you see me checking out LJ. I'm looking like, who's she looking at? And she'll be bringing out her book soon. And y'all, it's going to blow your mind. We're going to be top-selling authors and radio hosts and all kind of great things. This is awesome. We're talking resistance this hour. Resistance. I feel like for us, and I'm making it personal because that's what I do. I just make it personal. It keeps it simple, keeps it easy, and I can tell the truth as much as I know how to tell the truth because it's me. And talking resistance, because the last hour we talked about happiness, and I feel like many people do not make it happen. It's Make It Happen Monday. I never want you guys to look at Monday in a negative light again. It is Make It Happen Monday. This is the day for rebirth. I gave birth to my baby on this Monday 6 years ago. It was the Monday after Mother's Day. My husband told me this morning, he was like, he told Chris, he said, Mama was just miserable. Like, he was like, well, he didn't say miserable. He said, Mama just used to say, oh, I just want him out. I just don't want to share my body with him anymore. I was a mess, y'all. That last one, he almost took me out. Oh my gosh, he almost took me out. But I see why he was so worth it. And that's why I want to talk a little bit about resistance. Because when I thought about resistance, I thought about like working out in those resistance bands that people use. And you don't have to have weights or anything, but those resistance bands, they work you out like weights. And I feel like many of us have been going through life experiencing resistance, and a lot of it was hidden, undercover, silent resistance that has been holding us back from living our lives to the fullest potential. And a lot of us, we experience resistance, and you only feel it when you're trying to break out of your normal routine. Think about resistance bands. When people use resistance bands on their legs or on their arms and they're working out, you don't feel the resistance until you begin to spread whatever that area of your body is. For those of you on YouTube, y'all see me checking it out. If you aren't on YouTube, check me out, bit.ly/Heart Connections. You can look it up, The Heart Connections. You'll see our Heart Connections symbol, and it's a connection symbol. But you see me, I'm working on my arms. My coach has me working on my arms, so don't judge me right now. It's going to tone up. And that's why I have some resistance bands that I just I have to find in my back room. That's another story. But I know that those bands will help me as I want to firm and strengthen my arms. On a Make It Happen Monday, many of you woke up this morning feeling the resistance of getting out of the bed, feeling the resistance of being productive. Maybe you were tired. Maybe you were frustrated. Maybe you were disappointed. Maybe you and your mom don't have a great relationship. So Mother's Day is draining for you, and so is the day after. But you're experiencing resistance. Maybe you're trying to do something in your life and you don't feel supported. Maybe you have things, that dreams that you are pursuing in life, and it feels like everything that you do is tearing you down, I just want to let you know resistance strengthens you. It strengthens your character. It refines and it polishes you. It purifies you. It helps you be a better you. You may be despising the resistance that you're going through in your life right now, but I can promise you that resistance is setting you up for some success later on down the line. You just have to be open to it. You just have to be open to the thought and the idea of, hey, this is what it is. I'm going to fight through it. Because what I found is a lot of times when we experience resistance in life, we want to quit. And I'm thinking about this because in light of me bringing out the second book, make sure you guys pre-order, and I'm going to be throwing that out there a lot because the book is coming. It's coming. Make sure you pre-order at theheartconnections.com. When I was bringing out my first book, I had that manuscript for about, book came out in 2015. I had the manuscript. I think I officially completely did it in 2010. And then I did some more work with it a little, no, 2007, 2008. Yeah, I had like multiple drafts of the manuscript of my first book, which is a daily devotional. You can check that out on Amazon. It's Anchored Be Blessed Daily Volume 1, and you can check it out on theheartconnections.com. And when I made my first step to make the down payment to start the publishing process, the self-publishing process that I went through, the company that I used, I was able to pay as I went along. And when I made that first deposit, I just felt like a ton of bricks hit me. When I made that first payment, I felt like somebody sucker punched me right in my stomach. It was one of those, I felt like I needed to move forward, but there was like an invisible wall. Like, what are you doing? Who do you think you are? You don't have money for that. You have bills to pay. You have things to do with your children. Did you just put that money on a book? Is that what, I'm talking about resistance now. Okay. And that was in April. Let me tell y'all how real resistance is. I did not look back at that book until August. I paid the deposit to start the editing process. They responded back to me within the week, like within 3 days. I got back the first proof that they did in the editing process. I didn't even open it. I did not look at it. I was absolutely terrified. I wanted my money back, but I didn't tell anybody. I didn't even tell a lot of people that I took that step because I knew that people were looking at my life on the outside and thinking, you need to be getting it together. So I wasn't brave to let everybody know that I was making a deposit to get my book published because at that time it didn't seem responsible. It didn't seem like it made that much sense, right? And I'm talking about resistance because I think a lot of times when you think about resistance, you think about people fighting you, people telling you, I'm not going to let you through, I'm not going to help you. But what the resistance that I was fighting was spiritual, it was emotional, it was mental. I got back that edited copy of Anchored Be Blessed Daily Volume 1 in like the second week of April. I did not look at that revision, the first draft, the first round of editing, because it's like 3 rounds. I did not look at it to even see what type of adjustments they made until August, 4 months later. I had invested my husband and I's hard-earned money into this book. And I was afraid. I felt like it was resistance there. You ever felt like you've been going for something in life and it's just like everything was holding me back? I was holding myself back. And I was able to do it because I had kept it secret. I didn't have many people keeping me accountable because a lot of people just didn't know. And I feel like many of us go through resistance and we never get things done. But I had a coach at the time that pretty much flipped on me, which I needed that. Shout out to Melody Thomas. You got to check her out, Black Digital Nomad on Instagram. And she flipped. She was like, I mean, what are you doing? You wasting our time. She was like, I mean, you gonna do it or not? And when she said that, it was like, I felt like I don't need anybody getting on me. Like I'm not a kid. Like I know what I could do. But I did need that push. I did need her to talk trash to me. I did need that. I needed it at that time. And that's why sometimes when I coach with people, they get mad at me when I get like that. But I know it works. You don't like to be challenged. See, I can go hard for everybody else. But when it comes to me, that resistance is real. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. It took me 4 months to even look at the first, like your teacher passing back your rough draft saying, hey, go work on this before you turn the paper in. It took me 4 months to look at the rough draft because of the resistance in my heart and my soul. It was the resistance to who I was compared to who I thought I was. Who I was in a battle with who I thought I was. And who I thought I was kept saying, don't open it. Don't look. That wasn't the best decision. Just leave it there. You know, it's okay. Just keep sending out your text messages. People going to love you. Just keep going to work and doing what you're doing. And it's all right. Just go to church and do Bible study. You'll be fine. Mm-mm. God had another plan. And I feel like there are a lot of people out there who may be struggling and going through some things right now. And you may feel like you don't have enough and you don't really know and you're not really supported. Oh, you tell somebody you starting a business. How you gonna start a business? You don't have any money. How you gonna start a business? You didn't finish high school. How you gonna start? How you gonna get married? You never had a good woman. How you gonna get married? You don't meet good people. You know how people they lovingly tear you down, or you lovingly tear yourself down, or I can't do this because I live in this community, or I can't do this because of the color of my skin. Listen, whatever the resistance is, I'm telling you to let it go. Let it go. The resistance is defined as the refusal to accept or comply with something, the attempt to prevent something by action or argument. You should resist the resistance in your life that's stopping you from doing what you need to do. Refuse to comply with what you see around you. If it doesn't look like what's in your vision and what's in your heart and what's in your dreams, then you have to make a desperate and dire attempt to prevent that through any action or argument because your dreams, your purpose, your existence matters. It's so much more than just survival. That's what many of us are missing out on life because there's so much resistance in that. It's time for us to thrive. Let's get closer to our dreams, guys. Let's let Guapale help us with that. We'll be back with our midday mix soon and a whole lot more. Make sure you stick around. Heart Connections. High five. Thank you, guys. We'll be back. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe below.